President Biden is in Angola this morning to promote Washington's investment in the sub-Saharan African nation. He's also set to speak at the country's National Museum of Slavery and mark the two nations' shared history in the slave trade. However, President Biden has left behind what you could call a political earthquake in Washington following his decision to pardon his son, Hunter, with several lawmakers on Capitol Hill criticizing that choice.
His decision further undermines the public's confidence in our judicial system.
Disappointed in terms of the signal it sends to faith in our American system.
I was surprised. I was disappointed.
CBS News White House reporter Willie James Inman is following the president's trip for us from Angola. Willie, good morning or afternoon to you by now. What more can you tell us about the fallout we're seeing politically from President Biden's decision to pardon his son?
Hey there, Errol. Good morning from Luanda, Angola. Well, the fallout follows the president here, where he continues to be peppered with questions about why he changed his mind to pardon his son, Hunter Biden. In fact, the president was asked twice just moments ago about that pardon, and he didn't answer those questions. So far, the president has simply refused to address reporters here that have been traveling with him from the United States all the way here to Angola. We did hear from the First Lady yesterday. She said, of course, I support the pardon of my son. That was following a White House Christmas decorations event. But the president, in his statement, essentially said that the justice system was slanted against his son, Hunter Biden. And the White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre said part of the reason why the president made the decision over the weekend was because essentially they believed that no one would let up on Hunter Biden, that continued prosecution and investigations would continue once President Biden left office. So that is perhaps the reasoning why, or at least the White House says that is the reason why the president decided to pardon his son, despite saying multiple times that he would not do so earlier this year, Errol.
And as far as topics that more directly affect the American people, we know the president's centerpiece of this visit is a U.S.-backed railway project in an overall effort to rival China's wide investment in mining and processing of minerals all over the African continent. Give us the latest on that and if this risks overshadowing what he's trying to do.
Yeah, certainly in terms of news coverage, Hunter Biden's pardon does seem to be overshadowing the president's trip here, but it's still business as usual. The president received a warm welcome here in Angola. In fact, there were people lined along the streets to see his motorcade go through the streets late last night when he arrived. He also received a 21-gun salute. He's meeting with the president of Angola. Any moment now, we could perhaps see pictures of that. But the Lobito corridor, that is a key railway connected to a port here on the western coast of Africa, on the western coast of Angola, that would connect those critical minerals to the world, exported to countries like the United States. Those critical minerals are really needed to power things like your iPhone, to power electric vehicles, to power the future, essentially. White House officials have said that this is a key investment for the United States. Officials here say it's an Angola first, an African first initiative that will bring jobs to the region, and that it's much different than what China is doing here. In comparison, officials say that these jobs are not being, people are not being imported here to take over jobs. In fact, the railway will bring jobs to local people here, despite, and much different, I should say, than what China is doing. So in comparison, the United States says that this railway project is a key priority, and President Biden is likely to solidify that priority with this trip here over the next coming days, Errol.
All right, Willie James Inman with more solid coverage. Thanks for joining us.